Namaskar, Dilip Singh Advocate, and you are most welcome to my channel Legal Outlook by Dilip Singh. It is Wednesday today and it is time for the new video. And today we are discussing a very important section of the NDPS Act. Let us start. On 14th January 2020, Delhi High Court passed a judgment in Innocent Uzoma versus State. This was an appeal filed by the convict again under the NDPS Act, challenging the sentence and conviction. The main argument of the counsel for the appellant was non-compliance of Section 50 of the Act in the light of the judgment of Arif Khan versus State of Uttarakhand 2018 SCC 380. Main argument of the convict was the Section 50 of the Act was not complied and the notice was not served and the search was not made before the gazetted officer or a magistrate. So the search was not conducted, and further the search was not conducted in the presence of a gazetted officer or a magistrate. The High Court concluded that the appellant was apprised of his right to be searched before the magistrate, but the suspect did not require it. So the police officer complied Section 50 of the Act, and the appeal was dismissed, and his conviction was upheld. Now let us have a look at the famous judgment passed by Justice Hari Shankar, Delhi High Court, and in Dharambir versus State. The citation of that is 2018-254 DLT 354, which held that the search of the accused or suspect and his car were conducted by the raiding party, not by magistrate or a gazetted officer. The plea taken by state that the suspect had himself agreed to be searched by the raiding party cannot fulfill the requirement and mandate of Section 50 as envisaged by the legislature, because we all know that the accused has to face a very stern law of NDPS, and from the stage of recovery by the investigating officer to the provision of bail, special court provision, special offences, Section 54 presumption against the accused. So this is a very difficult law from the eyes of the accused. So Section 50 provides a check and balance on the investigating officer at the time of search on the person of the accused or suspect. Legislature has a very clear intention to protect the suspect from the harassment and false impleadment, false accusation by the prosecution or by the police officer. It would be very relevant here to see the provisions of Section 50 of the NDPS Act in detail. Section 50 of the provision has just inserted for safeguarding the human dignity of a suspect and put a check and balance on the police power. Section 50 is a complete scheme and procedure and substantive law. Here we see that Section 50 deals with the conditions under which a search of a person shall be conducted. Means this is a mandatory condition for a personal search. Now we start with the subsection 1. The first requirement is due authorization of the officer by the competent person or competent authority. Second, his intention to search any person under the provision of Section 41, Section 42 and Section 43. The third, and which is very important condition, is that if such person so requires. This one line is pregnant with deep meaning. The intention of the legislature is to give value to human dignity by simply saying one line that the person refused to be examined before the government officer or the magistrate. Very often this right is denied. We need to understand that vis the stringent condition of bail and severe punishment in the Act. Fourth aspect of this subsection 1 is subsection 1 of Section 50 is that the officer shall take such person without delay to the nearest gazetted officer of any department as mentioned in Section 42 or to the nearest magistrate. So this dealt with the subsection 1. Now subsection 2 is enabling provision to detain an accused till he is produced before a government officer or magistrate. Now the subsection 3, which is also very important, and this is a very important part of the entire scheme of section 50 of NDPS Act, because it guarantees justice at the first spot, at the first time, when this confers a very valuable right and opportunity to an accused. It gives an accused the opportunity to be discharged forthwith if the GO or magistrate finds suitable. This gives a protection to the accused from false implication. That's why the government officer and the magistrate is specifically put in this provision of section 50. Now subsection 4. Subsection 4, another safeguard for to secure human dignity to female accused, because it needs that the female accused must be searched, suspect must be searched by the female officer. Now the subsection 5 and subsection 6, because it was inserted in 2001 amendment to overcome the rigor of judgment of Supreme Court in Balbir Singh case. So let us see what the subsection 5 says. Subsection 5 deals with a particular situation and gives discretion to the police officer to record a reason to believe that it is not possible to take the person to be searched to the nearest gazetted officer or magistrate without the possibility of the person to be searched parting away with the possession of the drug. So this is a special circumstances created in favor of police officer, and his discretion is to be used. But he has to record the reason. Police is allowed to proceed to search a person as provided under section 100 of the CRPC. Now subsection 6 deals with provides another safeguard, that after a search is conducted under subsection 5 by sending a copy of the recorded reason for belief of his immediate senior within 72 hours. Here I'll pause for a moment, and as a student of law, what I think, that instead of sending this immediate senior, it should be to send to the concerned magistrate to maintain the transparency, because it requires to put the confidence in the person that the entire process has been followed as per law. Now let us see the judicial pronouncement and the evolution of law under section 50 of the NDPS Act. The most recent and important judgment in this case is Arif Khan versus State of Uttarakhand of 2018. A citation, I told you that 2018 volume 18 SCC 380. Here Supreme Court dealt with section 50 of NDPS Act in very detail. But before that, he put a questions. It framed the questions. The first question was whether there is a non-compliance of the provision of section 50 of the NDPS Act when an accused is not charged before a magistrate or a gazetted officer, even if the accused had not opted to be searched before a magistrate or the gazetted officer. The second question put was whether a failure of authorized officer in this regard makes a case of acquittal from the office of processing drug. So the answer of these questions we will answer in the chronology. First, let us see how this stays come. So the first important judgment which was discussed in this Arif Khan case was the State of Punjab versus Baldev Singh. This is 1999 6 SCC 172. It was a constitution bench of the Supreme Court, and it held, among the various things, the first important thing is that when an officer acting on prior information, it is imperative for him to inform the person concerned of his right under subsection 1 of section 50 of being taken to the nearest gazetted officer or the nearest magistrate for making such search. Because what the court was of the opinion that if the prior information is that the police raiding party should be accompanied by a magistrate. The failure on the part of the police would cause prejudice to an accused. Such failure of police may not vitiate the trial. The Supreme Court held that it may not vitiate the trial, but would render the recovery of the illicit article from the suspect and vitiate the entire searching process. And so, if the search is, because this conviction and the sentence is based on the search, that's the very base, though so conviction has been recorded only on the basis of possession of the illicit article recovered from his person, then the entire sentencing will be and conviction will be vitiated. The remedy cannot be worse than the disease itself. The legitimacy of a judicial process may come under a cloud if the court is seen to condone act of lawlessness conducted by the investigating agency during the search by non-compliance of Section 50. An accused is entitled for a fair trial. A conviction resulting from an unfair trial is contrary to the concept of justice. The use of evidence collected in breach of the safeguard provided by Section 50 of the NDPS Act would render the trial unfair. SC further held that, Supreme Court further held that a presumption under Section 54 of the Act, NDPS Act, can only be raised after prosecution has established that the accused was found to be in possession of the contraband in search conducted in accordance with the mandate of Section 50. We need to understand the importance of recovery of drug from possession of a person is the main ground on which the investigation proceeds and the prosecution starts and the trial takes place. Now let me discuss a very important and a constitution bench judgment. The constitution bench of 5 judges was headed by Justice D.K. Jain in Vijay Singh Chandubhai Jadeja versus State of Gujarat. It was 2011, Volume 1, SCC 609. This judgment was passed on 29th October 2010. The judgment was authored by Justice D.K. Jain in criminal case number 943 of 2005. So this is a landmark judgment, and the Constitution Bench of Supreme Court held that the obligation of an authorized officer under Section 50 subsection 1 of the NDPS Act is mandatory and requires strict compliance. The Constitution Bench further held that the failure to comply the said provisions would render the recovery of the illicit article suspect and vitiate the conviction. Further, another important judgment is of Ashok Kumar Sharma versus State of Rajasthan. It is 2013 judgment, 2013, Volume 2, SCC 67. The Supreme Court held merely informing the accused of the option to be searched before the magistrate or government officer, if he so wished, is not the compliance of mandatory procedure of Section 50 of the NDPS Act, and thus vitiates the entire proceeding. In this case, it is further Supreme Court held that subsection 3 of the Section 50 of NDPS Act, a gazetted officer or a magistrate may discharge any person brought before him if he finds no reasonable grounds for conducting. And this is an important provision. The subsection 3 is a very important provision, and the accused has a very fair chance to be acquitted, to be discharged, and the prosecution will not go further. Now, the Supreme Court, as I discussed to you, of Arif Khan case of 2018, has explained and amplified the sweep of Section 50 of the NDPS Act. That's why the questions put by the question I created for in the few line back, that the Arif Khan put the question was framed, and these were the answer of those questions. These two questions I had discussed with you and earlier. It is the court held that the suspect person may or may not choose to exercise his right provided to him under Section 50 of the NDPS Act, but so far as the officer is concerned, an obligation is cast upon him under Section 50 of NDPS Act to apprise the suspect of his right to be searched before gazetted officer or a magistrate. In the opinion of the Supreme Court, the search and recovery made from the appellant does not satisfy appellant of the alleged contravened does not satisfy the mandatory requirement of section 50. This we say the court said that for the following reasons. First, it is an admitted fact that the appellant was not produced before any magistrate or gazetted officer. It is this is the observations and this is the finding of the case in the Arif Khan. And secondly, the research and recovery of the contraband charas was not made from the appellant in the presence of magistrate or the gazetted officer. So neither he was produced nor in his presence. Third, it is mandatory for the prosecution to prove that the search and recovery was made from him in the presence of magistrate or the gazetted officer. So the court emphasized the importance of presence of the magistrate or gazetted officer while the search is being taken by the raiding party. The Supreme Court allowed the appeal and acquitted the appellant of commission of an offence under section 20 of the NDPS Act. So now we can sum up this entire discussion of section 50 of the NDPS Act by the Supreme Court in this Arif Khan matter. That particularly said in para 45 that I would like to conclude my discussion with the following observations of the Supreme Court in Vijay Singh Chandu Bhai Jadeja case. In order to impart authenticity, transparency and creditworthiness to the entire proceeding, in the first instance an endeavour should be made to produce the suspect before the nearest magistrate who enjoys more confidence of the common man compared with any other officer. It would not only and add legitimacy to the search proceedings, it may verily strengthen the case of prosecution as well. Section 50 has been introduced for the obvious intent to avoid the harm to any innocent or to avoid raising of any allegations of planting or fabrication by the prosecution authority. The officer who is about to search under section 41 and 42 of the Act shall take the person without any unnecessary delay to the nearest magistrate or the gazetted officer of any department as mentioned in section 42 of the Act. The basic requirement of law is that we can sum up this discussion with this line, that the basic requirement of law is that the rule of law is that the justice not only be done but it should also be seen as done, because this increases the public confidence in the judicial justice dispensation system. This applies not only to the trial before the court, but it also applies during the investigation and the inquiry. The investigating agency or government agency must follow the due process of law to instill confidence in the public at large. Friends, thank you very much for watching this video. And now I have dealt you entirely with the section 50s and its requirement. So the proposition which comes out that it is incumbent on the police or the investigating agency or the raiding party to take the suspect to the government officer or a magistrate. As a student of law, I would prefer that it should be magistrate, because magistrate at the first instance as the judicial officer applying his judicial mind can discharge under subsection 3 of the section 50 of the NDPS Act, and which is a great opportunity provided to the suspect against the stringent law of NDPS Act, because where the bail is very difficult, section 37 of the NDPS Act, which deals with the bail provisions, which is very stringent and very difficult to get the bail. I have discussed the section 37 in one of my video. I'll put the link of that video in the description section. Kindly go through it. That is a very well appreciated video by my viewers. Thank you very much. Namaskar.